Hello guys and welcome to the second C tutorial for Techiden. My name is Shailesh. Now in the previous tutorial we installed code blocks and we tested a little program. So in this one what we're going to do is that we're going to try to understand how a program is actually compiled and executed in the computer. Okay. Uh, so the first thing that we need to know is that the computer does not understand the English language. Okay, so it does not understand the words like printf and main, etc., that we use in the code. But it understands a bunch of zeros and ones, that is a binary code. All right. So, so after we have written our code in the editor, we need the compiler to translate that code into executable code, that is a bunch of zeros and ones that the computer can understand. Alright, so without that the program cannot function or cannot run in the computer. The computer won't understand what you've written. Okay, uh, so the first step is writing the source code. The second step is when we hit the build button, it actually compiles. Now the compiler also checks for syntactical errors and spelling mistakes, etc. Spelling of the functions that we have used in our program. Also syntactical errors like if we didn't give a semicolon, where required, or stuff like that. So, after the syntactical analysis is complete, the compiler will generate an intermediate code, that is an object code. Now you can see the object code uh, beside your actual C file when you're after you've compiled it. You'll see there is a .o file. All right, that is the object code. Mm, Now, after the object code has been created, the next step comes the linking part. Okay, that is taken care of by the linker. Now the job of the linker is to link other object codes to the translated object code that we just created. Okay, now if suppose we are using some other source code into our own code, now the linker will will link those object codes with our object code, so that our program can function correctly. Okay, next comes the loader. The job of the loader is to load our program into the memory. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that the linker also converts this entire program into the binary code, the executable code, which we can see as the .exe files. Okay. Now, after linking the other object codes with the translated program that we created, the linker will create an executable code, that is a binary code, and it will store it as .exe. Okay, so now after that the loader will when we are trying to execute a program, the loader comes into play, and it loads the program into the main memory for execution. All right. And also the other resources that might be required, any variables or external files and folders, not folders, files that might be required, it will load it into the main memory for execution. Okay, so that is how the programs actually work, or actually get executed in the computer. Okay.